G'day, boys. How are your penises? It's week 9 of the off-center experiment. We are joined by Demi Lardner for this week's episode of...
Well, we'll just tell your mother that we ate it all.
When he gets here, we'll make him sit in the corner.
Yeah.
Do that.
I think that's
And say, Mummy, I've been a bad boy.
Actually, they don't sit in the corner at the end of Blair Witch. He actually stands. Tom frequently in our house has to tell me to stop Blair Witching because I like to just stand in the corner.
I can really imagine you doing
It's
that.
a fucked household.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never actually seen Blair Witch the whole way through.
So good. You got to watch it. It's really good. You have to watch it.
You know what? I'm convinced.
I really liked the movie.
Let's stop recording now.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I was in a bad mood, but I watched it and I'm just like, it's just fucking snotty noses and saying the word fuck a lot.
Yeah, you didn't like that, huh? I really liked the movie.
Normally I probably would like that. I like people say the word fuck a lot.
They go
It's very
craggy.
cool.
They go craggy at each other.
Yeah,
I really
they do.
like it.
Deary me.
I like snotty noses. That's cool
that's
to
true.
me.
I like a pick
Should
on
we
my
address the
nose.
fact that we finally started without Hastings?
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
tremendously late because
Hastings
he
has
fell
been
asleep.
kicked off the podcast.
Yeah.
For good.
Now
Oh, I
replaced
did.
with-
Did you make that $5 poke out of your pocket on purpose just then?
No.
So that I would be really impressed by
No.
how well, because
No.
it did. Because like the Queen was just peeking out at me like, he's doing quite well.
It's
But
so
did-
shame he
did
never
it
forgets
impress
where
you?
he came from.
I am impressed, but now that I know, so it wasn't a plot.
It was not a plot, but now every time I see you, I'm going to have money in my pocket.
I thought it was just
And
there to
just-
remind you of Mother
just
England.
like-
No.
Just like 3 weeks later, seeing Demi and putting out a note, being like, and her being like, I have no, what are you talking
What are you?
about?
Don't be doing that. I hate this.
That's creepy, and I don't remember the last interaction.
What if you,
Cute.
What if the currency keeps going up? So next time it's a 10, then you continue to be more
And then
impressed.
really confuse me. And the next time it's a 12.
Just
you
me.
get a 10 and then $2 falls
Yeah,
out.
it's
Sorry.
it'll just be like a puce note that he's drawn himself.
Me drawing Australian celebrities. Yeah, they're all supposed to have Tony Martin on them, right?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, our currency should have Tony Martin on it.
Yeah, I would have put Bindi Irwin's new husband Chandler on it. I saw a video of him saving a dusty snake from a road, and I was thoroughly impressed. Well done, Bindi.
Is his name really Chandler?
Yeah, it is.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
good.
rules.
And she's pregnant now. She's got a
Oh, yeah, I saw that
She's got a little-
announcement.
if it's a
with
boy-
the teeny tiny
teeny tiny
khaki
little shirt.
shorts.
And it's like, hey, yeah, we get it. It's funny, kind of. Poor Steve. Remember that bloke? I was at the Royal Adelaide show when I found out that he died.
Right.
Yeah.
Was there a terrible kind of pall over the whole crowd?
Kind of, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy the show, though. Like, I will be sad later. I'm going to save it.
Just like the first entrepreneur at the Royal Adelaide show being like, Pluto pups are $1 off for Steve. Everyone's coming around being like, for Steve. And he's just like,
For Steve.
He's like, comes home to his wife. He's like, you won't believe what I did today. I sold them all. You told me the truck was a waste of time.
Oh my God, really quickly. And I don't know the answer to this, but do you think that Steve Irwin died first or Gangnam Style came out first?
Steve Irwin.
Steve Owen.
All right, let's see.
I reckon pretty long before that.
Yeah, I think
Nah,
it was like,
I reckon it's a good question and I'm smart for it. All right, 2006. Yeah, all right. Let's see when Gangnam Style came out.
be like-
Gangnam.
I reckon it'd be like 2013 or something.
I'm
like
going to
that.
say 2012. Gangnam
It
Style.
came out. It doesn't say. Gangnam Style year. Let's look. Ready?
Time
She's about to just say
2013.
2005.
All right.
Oh, nailed it.
Yeah, I'm going to kill myself. 7-year gap. So it wasn't even slightly close for me. Who do you think did die in 2013?
Our innocence as a nation. Did anyone good die in 2013?
Let's see.
No,
Celebrity
I feel like-
deaths.
I feel like you can only remember 2016.
2016 was the year that everyone died.
Yeah,
right?
but like Bowie died that year, and I was like, I just don't fucking care. He sucked. He was a creep. Ugh. 2013.
Put
Let's
some
see if it
banging
was
tunes
anybody
out, bud.
good. Let's have a look. Henry Brummel.
Who is that?
Well, he was 65. I know that. Richard Griffiths, Jane Henson, Roger Ebert. No.
Oh, 2 thumbs down for that death announcement.
That's a big one, yeah.
Carmen Infantino.
Whom?
I don't know, man. Corey Monteith. Oh, let's not. He was the guy that. Was he the guy?
Oh, he got cancelled and then died, right?
No,
he
he
get-
didn't get
Legal.
cancelled. He just committed suicide, I'm pretty sure.
But
wasn't
wasn't
he-
that because
wasn't he
he?
a
No,
bad
everyone
man?
else on Glee got cancelled. I think Corey Monteith was just a beautiful soul, right?
I thought
You're-
he-
think
I
you're-
hope he's not the pedophile.
I think you're
one.
thinking of the guy who played Puck, who was the
Yeah, that was the pedophile.
I thought he still did something wrong before he killed himself.
I think
Or
it was
maybe they
just
found
drug
that out
stuff.
after.
Oh, James Gandolfini died in 2013.
Oh, dear.
Oh
sucks.
no! Oh no!
No.
Now I want to know about Corey Monteith. I think he was just addicted to drugs.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah, that sounds right. Because the other one was like he was like looking at child porn, and he was like, "Yes, it's because I'm taking a role as a pedophile." And they were like,
such a-
I mean, honestly, like, kind of a bold move. So, like,
but why is there so
like,
much
probably
of
not
it?
quite so bold as to
can't-
look at
yeah.
child porn.
Yeah, like fuck, man.
I just can't get in the mindset without it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's important to me. Just read a book about pedophiles. You
I'd
don't
love
have to be
see
one.
the look on his face as he was like thinking of that excuse. And just,
Oh,
baby.
here he is, the dog.
Now we have to punish him.
Yeah.
What should we do to him? He's going to come in full of bluster. He's going to be ready to pod.
Yeah, I'm going to kick him in the hole.
You should maybe
Kick
twice.
him in every hole.
Do we ban him from wearing the cowboy hat?
Yeah, he's not allowed.
He's going to have
Anybody
a,
else want to wear it?
I think he'll have a tantrum. If
No,
he doesn't get
because
to
like
wear
if
it.
he's
true.
want to, I don't.
Are we ready to hear the words, it's fine?
It's fine.
He'll always, it's fine.
the classic
Okay,
Hastings.
Yeah.
I don't think you get to pick that.
Oh, he does every time.
Oh my God.
The least accountable man in the history of Earth.
Big dog. oh boy.
Yeah, a man that calls
we
himself
have
the
to tell
big
him
dog
that- we
does
have-
not believe in the word accountability.
We do need to tell him that we've been talking about him the whole time. That'll
Yeah.
upset him.
Well, he'll think we were anyway.
That's
Like,
true.
Yeah.
That's the way.
The
it
man
true.
of the hour.
Here he is.
Oh yeah. Speaking of bloody devil, somebody got ready. Bloody talking about him.
G'day.
Hello.
Too many brekkie bongs, mate?
No, I have no idea what happened. I was very sensible today.
We've been
Not
talking.
hungover, didn't do anything wrong. I'm good. I just, at 12 o'clock, I was like, oh, why don't I just lie down for a minute?
Did you wake up and smoke a cone before you came here?
Look, what I didn't do
Yep.
the 5 minutes that I very quickly got ready to come here is not for you to judge. No, I popped down at 12. I was like, oh, I'm just going to lie down for a second.
Your voice sounds crazy,
I
dude.
woke up 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, it sounds
And
really
presumably
crazy.
there's been at least 2 bongs in there.
Number of bongs that I had in the 3 minutes that
The number keeps going down.
Yeah.
No, but Yvette had to wake me up and be like, haven't you got a podcast to record, dude? And she hates this podcast. So for her to get me there, like, that's a big call.
She
for
must
her.
really want you out of the house.
Yeah, she must. Yeah, someone must be coming around or something. I don't know. I
Like
don't.
she hates your podcast.
Yeah, well, wouldn't you?
I guess.
I can hardly blame her for that. What have I missed? How are you, Demi?
We've just been talking about you mostly.
Yeah, just you.
Oh, fuck, what'd you say?
You're finally going to have to listen to an episode of this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, hate me, though. I'm on this podcast.
But you like people talking about you.
Yeah.
When it's positive. And I don't,
That is so rarely.
I'm going to guess the time you were recording before I showed up to join in on the recording that you were talking about me. I'm going to assume it wasn't positive chat.
I don't know if I call it negative, though, man.
I think it was
I
negative.
can't wait to listen.
I'd say it was pretty neutral.
It was actually a lot of Steve Owen chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mostly.
All right.
Comparing
I'd
you
say
to
actually
him.
it was maybe worse. It was just complete ambivalence.
Yeah, that is worse.
I was going to say, would it hurt your feelings to be like, we just did the podcast and it ran as normal and we were like, this is actually quite a good dynamic?
A bit annoyed I woke up for it. Well, she can have it then. I don't know.
I was having a positive conversation about you with someone the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell me.
All right, let's do it. No, I was just telling someone about being worried about you, but you being a good guy.
Oh, thanks, man.
There we go.
My mildly positive, sort of in some ways.
I was saying that he's having a bit of a tough time, so it's
I'm
gonna
doing
be
good.
nice
I've
to
had a
him.
good week. I'm feeling positive.
I will say this, that word's getting around that this is the best version of your hair yet.
Well, it's getting around, huh?
Yeah, it is. I was surprised.
Yeah, which I agree with.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is a good because it doesn't.
I believe people have been saying kicky new haircut.
This has put a bit of a pep in my step. Yeah.
What's this fucking podcast?
My ego's like a...
We haven't known for a long time.
Did you make me watch those fucking episodes of that dog shit
get
show?
We'll get to
We
it.
don't
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
upload this and put it out anymore.
This is an excuse to hang out
Yeah.
with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
should we start
I'd
talking
love
about the
to-
goddamn...
I'd love to talk about these 3 episodes.
Okay, welcome to We'll Just Tell Your Mother We Ate It All, a podcast about teen sex comedies and things thereabouts and things very much not thereabouts. It is week 9, is it, of the off-center fucking experiment?
I think it is.
Jesus
week 9.
Christ, 9 weeks we've been doing
God, are you kidding me?
this. Yeah, we watch every episode of the failed WB sitcom
What
Off Center,
Is it early 2000s?
2001, 2002.
Right, that makes sense.
Like, first episode came out like weeks after 9/11.
Oh, cool. Isn't that why Zoolander failed as a movie?
Did it?
Yeah,
How
it came out
dare
on
you.
9/11.
Wait, it came
People
out
like-
on that day?
At 9/11, yeah.
Holy
It was
shit.
a creative and critical success.
I love Zoolander and Ben Stiller's old, weird, strong body.
How about when we were at the pub the other night and there was just like
Oh my God, yeah.
Ben Stiller on the TV behind us
just
just
railing a
out
bird.
chick.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
What?
the Heartbreak Kid was playing, and there was like a very fucked, like graphic but non-titty sex scene.
No, there was titty.
There was titty.
Man.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were very like craftily cutting it out.
I think they were cutting her face out, but there was definitely titty
Oh, there
at
was
one
titty,
point.
And
yeah.
How well was Stiller laying the pipe?
He
Oh,
looked
very odd
He looked
kind of-
upset.
Yeah.
right.
It was like he was
Oh,
trying
poor
to.
Ben.
It was kind of like he looked like he was trying to like
Jewish guilt.
He was trying to like start a lawnmower, but with
Yeah.
his dick.
Yeah, right.
I see that, yeah.
You know,
I think
like,
it did, yeah.
and then the bar staff came over and he was like reaching up to turn it off, and we are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he left it on.
Just getting into that.
Oh, man.
Okay, so the first episode we watched today was called PP Doc 2, The Examination Continues. Mike and Ewan's urologist moves into their apartment building. The worry that the doctor will hurt their game, or they worry that he will hurt their game, but soon they find that he attracts women.
How much pussy I get definitely relies on how who's living across the hall from me.
Definitely.
That's what
yes.
is the core deciding factor in how often I'm getting it away.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, there is a 80-year-old woman with a small, loud dog
Yeah.
across the hall from me, and
And you're trying to get the backpackers back in. We're just trying to get the honeys up from the bar.
yeah.
There was a quote in this episode which I feel sums up my attitude to both Andrew Hastings and and just this entire like
Is it very funny? Love it.
this
Yeah.
entire TV
Just
series.
want the best for him.
This TV series has a kinky new haircut.
Hope he's doing all right. It's been rough. The first season has been real rough, but it seems like he's recovering a bit.
Don't worry, guys. I've turned a corner. I'm doing good.
Well, maybe
It turns
not
out
so-
all I had to do was not do MDMA for 2 weeks.
That's weird, man. That changed things.
yeah.
It's really odd.
It was a big couple months.
Well, maybe your attitude will change after I read the quote. The quote was, "Your coarse brand of sexuality is repulsive."
All right, get him a pinger.
my ego is buffeted about by a ship on the winds of other people's opinions. I am at their mercy.
We were saying last week that we thought this show had turned a corner.
Yeah.
And it was starting to get better.
Yeah.
Were we wrong?
I think maybe.
Yeah, you were fucking wrong. But also, I think you were wrong, but I think at least the first 2 episodes of this were better than last week, but they were still not good.
The first 2 episodes, I'm confused.
Okay.
So the
We've been
2
doing-
episodes preceding the ones that we watched.
Oh,
this.
yep. Okay, that's
Um,
good.
Wait, hold on. Episodes
No,
of
the
the
3
show or
episodes
episodes?
preceding the ones we watched.
Yeah.
Episodes of
I think
this?
they were worse than the first 2 for this week.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
He's saying episode 1, 2, 3 of season 2 are worse than the ones that we just watched.
Where does Hastings fit into this?
You're a part of the podcast.
I'm
Hate this
included.
new runner that you're doing.
I got a really big laugh in like the first couple of minutes of the episode of the show.
You
And
were
then
in it?
You stupid cunt. I can fucking kick you into the sun, you little bitch.
man, it would almost be worth putting together a best of part 2 just for us. Kick you into the sun, you little bit. I'm gonna isolate that clip and just play it in our group chat or anytime Hastings says something stupid.
I'm saying we need to get a soundboard like that's going on.
Yeah. All right, I'll get some money. Let's buy a soundboard.
Yeah, get a
Hey,
soundboard,
are we done
baby.
here? To the next step?
You should just make like a human soundboard. Like I'll stand here and you can like touch me on my belly button when you want me to call him a stupid cunt.
Make a Hastings soundboard so I can stay in bed.
Why do you sound like
Honestly,
an
we
Axel?
probably fucking could.
Honestly.
And it would sound like you were here. Like, where's Hastings been in this?
'Cause I was
I'm
like-
fine.
my
Oh,
voice
no,
is
having a bad
suave.
week.
Because I was like, I'm going to just have like a quiet weekend. Well, that's meant is I've been inside at home smoking bongs the whole time.
Jesus
'Cause I was like,
Christ.
no, I'm just like not going to go out. I'm not going to drink. I'm going to like
Yeah.
be sensible.
Maybe
And
you
yeah,
should start
so-
going out drinking again.
Yeah, that might help.
Maybe. Every time I get a hangover now, it's days. I hate it.
It's,
I don't know.
What do you mean? Oh, it goes for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Take some.
I'm 30.
Get it some.
I'm not. Yeah.
Get some hydrolyte.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't work hungover at all anymore.
I don't know whether maybe I am getting hangovers, but I don't realize because I drink every night.
Yeah.
And maybe that's
I
just,
don't have a
that's
job.
just
Maybe
how
it's
I
'cause you're
think.
drinking the good
I make a lot of money
Yeah, no, of
all
course.
the time.
But I gotta be up. I gotta be up at the crack. These kids aren't gonna look after themselves.
Yeah,
start
my
at
cat
10.
wakes.
Yeah.
My cat
On the
wakes
bad
me up
days.
though. My cat wakes me up, so that's also hard. And
let's talk cats for a
get
minute.
down. I have to
Oh,
go down
God.
and put Metamucil in his food,
Yeah.
and then get back
Do
upstairs.
your cats do the thing where they just sort of slow motion slap you in the face to wake
No,
you
not
up?
slow motion at all. Actually, he's figured out. I have this necklace that I wear all the time, and he's
Yeah.
figured out how to, because it's elastic. He's figured out how to get his paw
Oh,
under
that
it
sucks.
and just smack me in my
Yeah.
throat.
One of the cats, but not the other one, has figured out that biting my toe when I'm asleep will get me up like real fucking quick.
My
So
cat
it's-
draws
It's funny because
a
his
lot.
Emma's doing that as well.
Well, that's something else. Disgusting. No one would ever.
What got the big laugh out of you?
I think it was like the first line out of Pie Dad,
Right.
which was, "Oh hey boys, how's those penises?" It's like that's fucking funny.
Yeah, that
He
is quite funny.
Very good.
He's
Like,
really good. He's great. I think
He's the standout, and there's a reason they brought him back for another episode.
Yeah.
He was
Absolutely.
like the highlight of the first season.
Why did I have to watch the other 2 episodes if he wasn't in them?
A good question.
See, what I would.
I feel that
think-
way about the other 26 episodes.
What I think is that
I
like
love Eugene Levy, dude. I think he's so funny.
He's
he's
so
amazing.
fucking funny.
He's so
but
tight.
I thought when I saw him, I was like, oh, that's why I'm watching this show. But then he wasn't in the second episode
No.
that I watched. So and that made the second episode like multitudes worse
Oh,
to
yeah.
endure.
For a good chunk of the Eugene Levy episode, I thought he was joining the permanent cast as like a last-ditch effort because the show's about to get cancelled. Last-ditch effort to save it. I was like, oh, is Eugene Levy?
That would have been
Is
great.
he Roy? Like, is he?
Well, I was thinking like maybe that's what they were positioning. Like they get him back. He's moved into the building. At the end of the episode, he hasn't moved out. So I think they were going like recurring. And I reckon if they'd got a season 3, he would have definitely been part of the
Yeah.
cast. And that's when it would have become the greatest sitcom of all time.
But like, I wonder, the thing that I can't get out of my head watching this fucking show is like, and shows like it, like maybe 2 guys, a girl, in a pizza place, or was it just two? Didn't it turn into
started
something
as
else?
2 guys and a girl in a pizza place,
And
and
then
then
it
it
was-
was just 2 guys and a girl because the pizza place stopped being the like,
Right.
central-
Okay. because
After
Thing.
Blink 182 played a concert there
That's
in the
true,
final
yeah.
episode of the Pizza Place.
Yes, where are you?
Changing the name of the show is such like a mission. It's like I can understand why they would do it if a cast member left the show, but the pizza place is a set.
Yeah.
The pizza place
yeah.
didn't quit the
You
show.
don't- wait, why don't we just build another pizza
yeah,
place?
why don't?
Yeah.
That's a fucking funny thing about Everybody Loves Raymond is that he hated the name of the show.
Hmm.
And when he was like talking to the producers and stuff, he was like, I fucking hate the name of the show. And they're like, it's all right. If it gets a second season, we can change it.
Yeah, right.
And then they got to the second season and they're like, we're not fucking changing the
Yeah.
name of the show,
We're
you
crush-
dipshit.
Yeah.
Crushing this,
This
you
is so
idiot!
good.
Why would we change it?
But I always think,
You're Everybody Loves Raymond. You're Raymond.
yeah, dude. But it's. I always think of like, are they just like between takes? Are the people on the show like joking with each other, or are they all solemnly sitting there like thinking about their life? Because I can't
I feel that
imagine.
at a show like this, I think it would be quite solemn.
Yeah, that's how it feels to me.
Half people involved just gone. I was in American fucking Pie.
Well, I would be
I
curious
was
as
shit break.
I'd be curious as the social dynamics of like who hangs out with who.
Yeah.
Like in this.
Who's the locker room leader?
Yeah, and like, is there someone that doesn't kind of hang out with the rest of them? I'd assume it's the person who plays Liz because it's 2002. Like,
Yeah, I would imagine she was probably not getting chummy with everyone.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
I will say,
Oh,
that
yeah,
I reckon,
right.
I reckon
I
at the
just got
cast
it.
reunion, John Cho's not showing up these days.
That, yeah,
I think John Cho's. I
maybe.
reckon John Cho's crushing it too hard these days.
I was trying to look up some supporting
He's
documents
in his
for this
mansion.
show.
I would like
What
to
is he
continue
doing?
my point from
Harold
last
McTough.
Oh,
week
yeah, go.
while you're looking that up to see. I said season 2 has ruined Chow, and I think
How dare you.
these really hammered it home.
No, I like what they've done with Chow.
I like what you've done with the Chow.
I think they've changed him from a weird, like...
What even?
That's what I'm saying when I'm watching these new episodes. I'm like, I like what you've done with the Chow.
I don't like what we've done with Andrew Hastings
I'm in a good
this
mood.
season.
I like when he'll just fuck a hole in your sentence by saying something that makes no sense.
What
Like,
if?
here comes Hastings!
I just woke up. Cut me some slack.
No, I will never. You sound like a
If anything,
fucking
that's the reason
axolotl.
why you shouldn't be
My
getting
nap went for 2 hours longer than anticipated. And I'm not quite there right now.
They do still hang out. Well, as of 6 years ago, I got a little photo of them at a night
okay.
saying "off-center reunion." Anyone? And it's on Sean Maguire's.
That's
Who's,
cute.
who's in there?
It's everyone but Liz.
Oh, right.
Is this around? This is around Becca time. It has the same like look as Becca, but
does
like,
too,
depressing.
yeah.
Yeah, it has that filter.
I quite like Becca.
I really liked Becca.
Did Becca
not
address
enjoy it.
9/11 as like neither, or did which
nom,
sitcoms
nom.
did? Which,
Probably just with some sort of snide comment.
From the Baxter himself.
they deserved it.
I just remember like really loving Becca, and I used to watch it with my dad, and then a couple of years later watching Saw 2 and being like, it's Linda. It's Linda from Becca with a fucking machine strapped to her head that's going to pull her jaw open and snap her face in half.
Oh dear, does
yeah.
it?
No, she gets out of it.
Well, she
Spoilers.
ends up becoming she becomes
Yeah.
like Saw.
She
Like,
becomes the new Saw,
yeah.
and then she like takes her
Oh,
power.
that's where I recognise her from. She's the one with the needles in Saw 2.
Yes,
yes,
she is
they
the one
chuck
with
her
the
in the
needles.
pit. Yeah.
What makes her become the new Saw? Is it like hurt people
She's
people
like
kind
his
of
daughter or
She-
some shit,
No,
isn't
she's
she?
not his
She
fa-
gets
What
it-
the fuck?
She's
No.
like, isn't his daughter
She
in
gets
it?
out of the trap and she's like, Saw's thing about making me realize that I'm glad to be alive was right.
Yeah,
Like,
and then she
Oh,
like
she learned the lesson.
yeah, and then he like takes her under his wing kind of, and he's like dying
Yeah.
of I think lung cancer or maybe
Yeah.
throat cancer, and then she like takes her power too seriously or whatever she takes her job too seriously, and then Saw like kills her in another Saw trap. And it's like
Saw's criticizing someone for taking their
yeah,
job
I
too
know.
seriously.
No, it's pretty
It's like,
rough.
look, I love murdering.
Yeah.
You're taking it to it now. Come on. It's not a work-life balance.
It is
she
October.
makes unwinnable traps, and Saw's like,
Yeah,
hey,
she just kills him.
Yeah, Saw's
Is
like,
this-
mine have a point. Like,
Yeah.
it's a social critique.
You're being a bitch.
Yours are sadistic.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the last one I saw was set after Jigsaw dies, and it's him posthumously getting. Is that how you say that?
Posthumous?
Posthumously.
Posthumously. It's like
Posthumously means
it's like,
after.
after
It's not like
hummus.
really garlicky, but like there's nothing actually in your mouth. Yeah.
Posthumously. He's like posthumously doing a game on the employees of the insurance company.
Yes,
to fuck
yep,
him over.
yep, yep.
I
Have
think
they
we-
made more since then?
Yeah, there's fucking heaps
I think
of
there's
Saws.
I think there's a new one coming. Too.
There is a new one
I
coming.
think we
yeah.
found a new miniseries to do after Offset.
Oh no, please no.
As long as we can stop doing
Saw
teen
1
sex
is a
comedies.
great movie, I think.
I think so too. And the
Saw one's
directors,
tight.
the
I'm sure it is.
writers
I've
and
never seen
creators and directors are Australian.
Yeah.
And they are both in the movie. I think one of them is
Lee Wannell is the guy who
Yeah, he's the
is
cop.
with Carrie
He's the
Yule.
Australian guy, right?
Yeah, he's the guy
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
the guy who gets left in the room at the very
Yeah,
end.
and then the Asian cop is the other Australian guy.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the other creator.
Because I know James Wan now like directs DC movies.
Oh,
Like,
really?
He did Aquaman. And he did
I
Fast
heard
and
it. That
Furious.
was dog trash.
It's pretty bad.
It's like better than the Batmans, I think is the argument.
Better than the which Batman?
Ben Affleck.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
even.
exactly.
Their whole thing with all that
I haven't
shit
seen any of
There's
is
never
crazy
not
at
a
the
fucking
moment.
Batman movie coming out.
There's
just,
always a
just
Bat.
stop.
Well, there was a
they
billion
just-
Spider-Man.
they just
Robert
released-
Pattinson.
Yeah, they just released the Robert Pattinson trailer.
and two
Stop-
new
stop
Batman
it.
video games.
I fucking love Robert Pattinson though, man.
He
He's
rules.
tight, right?
He's so fucking cool. I
good.
really loved him in The Lighthouse, and also
times.
I
Good
really
time, yeah.
liked how he was like. They were like, "Oh yeah, we want you to get Jack to be Batman." And he's like, "Actually, I think that's setting a really bad example." But it's like you clearly just don't want to fucking work out.
Yeah.
You dumb
Yeah,
freak.
I think he's actually kind of like a skinny
I'm into
feet
that.
artist. I think he's kind of.
I think Batman's like sparkly, and he loves Bella.
I would probably, I'd put my mouth on Robert Pattinson, sure.
I put my mouth on him, whatever.
You'd have to for the clout.
Put
the cloud,
both
yeah.
my mouth.
I
on
couldn't
him.
do that because like my mum,
Both of them.
my mum
Hastings
loves him
best.
too much. I'd have to try and like, no, go for Deb, mate.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, go for
Have a
her.
crack.
Give her a go.
Give her a go. No, don't worry about me.
Are you up on this Zack Snyder cut Justice League stuff?
Yeah, I saw him put out a really
It's going to
lame
be 4 hours long.
Yeah, it's 4 1-hour
and
movies.
it's a trailer with Hallelujah playing.
Yeah.
over
That's
it. And it's
fucking
like-
awesome. Is it which version?
I don't know which version.
Is
But
it a bloke?
It is a bloke.
Might be Lenny Coase.
I don't think it's Lenny Coase.
Or is it Jeff
Well,
Bucko's?
he's dead.
I think it might be an entirely
Is it
new combatant.
Rufus Wainwright.
Rufus Wainwright. Is it him?
I don't know.
It
I
might be
dunno.
Casey Chambers.
While
Who's done
we're
it? Who else has done it?
Katie Lang.
He's already done that song in his movies. He has
It's
it
in
the-
Watchmen,
Yeah, when
famously,
two
yeah.
people fuck, he
Did
has
you
it play.
hear that for Aquaman? What's his? Jason Momoa was meant to be. He got like really cut for the role.
No, yeah.
and
isn't he
then-
already like enormous?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but he got
fucking
like
cut.
properly cut, like you
Right.
know, like dehydration style
Oh,
shit.
right.
With
And then
salt in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he, like a week into production, just started drinking Guinness after Guinness after Guinness every single day
What
and
a
just
man
got
cunt.
fucking
Sick.
chubbed. And he was like, "You can fix this, right?" So they had to do all of it CGI, every like gut shot.
What a fucking leg.
I know. It's so good.
That's me
rules.
when I go home with a VFX specialist. I take my shirt. I'm like, you can fix this
You
in
fix
post,
this,
right?
yeah. In their mind, they just like go back through and
Later
they're
on,
like,
when you tell your friends about this, you're
yeah,
gonna fix
just
this, right?
make it better.
While we're on the superhero bullshit, it's pertinent
Can you
to
edit it
this
to make it
podcast.
longer? 2 minutes isn't quite what I'm.
Yeah, give Hastings the Snyder cut.
It's more smaller.
A different version of Hallelujah plays each time you bust.
Handfully.
Oh man.
Yeah, when's Venom 2 come out?
Venom. I fucking love that movie, man.
Yeah, Venom
It's so
rules.
high, right?
I love it.
Venom's the best
it's an
superhero
important
movie
text
of-
for this
yeah.
podcast.
I think I've probably talked to you about this before, Rose, but
Probably.
my favorite shit about Venom was that, like, usually in superhero movies, like, they get the point where they like, get their fucking powers or whatever, and then they like get hotter, and he just looks like dog shit the whole way through the movie. He looks like shit. He's sweating. He's dirty, and he's eating trash. And I'm like, my type, Tom Hardy.
I just remember the bit where he's like, "Well, on my home planet, I'm kind of a loser."
That's why like Venom.
I like that movie. I think
Venom-
it's good.
yeah.
kind of.
Kind
Yeah.
of a loser.
the way he said it was like kind of a loser.
He doesn't say what you would call. He
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
say,
he just is
I'm kind of a loser. So
Yeah.
more self-aware than 99% of the losers
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
one line too was like enough to
Yeah.
make you be like, all right, I like it. Once.
Yeah, okay.
Venom's
He's a good
Charlie
boy.
McCann. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know.
I hope 2 does continue kind of like in that vein and doesn't just become like
Fully.
it's fucking more action. It's more
Yeah.
of it. Like
I feel like it
really
will
wanted it to
be.
be a romantic comedy. Like I thought it was.
Yeah.
I think you could absolutely
kind
like
of was.
recut it as
Yeah.
a romantic comedy.
But
I think you could,
but I
yeah.
mean, Woody Harrelson looks deranged in like all the stuff for Venom too at the moment.
Is he in Venom? Wait,
Yeah,
was he in
he's-
Venom 1?
no,
at the
it-
very
the-
end.
the post-credit scene.
Yeah,
is
he's Carnage.
Oh,
Which is-
I don't know that. I don't know all that much Venom lore.
So Carnage is like if the Venom symbiote got onto a psycho.
It's like ultra badass.
And
Venom.
was
What if instead
red.
of good guy Tom Hardy, it was on a fucking psycho dude.
Fuck, actually, bro, sounds sick.
Also, just let Eminem compose the soundtrack.
Just
this
let
time.
Eminem do every
Just let
song.
Eminem direct the movie.
Also,
Eminem won
cameo.
an Oscar. Let's
Absolutely. He got a
Yeah, he
cameo.
has to. His like little
cameo.
sidestep instead of actually dancing for that whole song. He's just like stepping from side to side.
Venom song
Fucking so
rules.
good.
Yeah,
I like
dude.
it. I really
Yeah.
like
It's
it.
sick.
He
And
knocked
even
I
with-
Let the Devil In.
I forgot that was
If
the
you
line.
like that, can I recommend an episode of This this podcast,
Oh,
do you?
really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
the
we made
first
we made
30.
like 30 episodes of this podcast about Venom.
Fuck,
We went
that's
and watched it in
awesome.
4D.
Oh, it was so good in 4D as
That's
well.
so sick.
I would
Did you
watch-
get sprayed?
Yeah, it was very unsettling.
Didn't
I loved
Alexi get pink eye from seeing Sonic in 4D?
He said that to me the other night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I'm gonna he's at my house right now, so I'll ask him when I get back.
Oh,
but I'm pretty
please.
sure he was watching Sonic and he got pink eye.
Gotta go
Yeah,
fast.
that's so
He got like ass water sprayed in his face.
yeah.
Oh dear. Should
What
we talk
else
about
hap-
the second episode, or are we?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
The second episode's wild.
Now,
Oh, if you thought the fucking
Yeah,
second
man.
episode was wild.
Second episode, I was like, oh,
so I don't know how
Okay.
the second episode ended
Well, hang
because
on.
this was the point where I fell asleep.
right, okay,
So
okay.
you haven't watched the third one?
I watched 50% of the dedicated.
Okay, well maybe we
Okay.
should just not do the third one for this episode because Demi didn't watch the third one either.
I
let's
tried.
do that.
I
We
fucking
can just do it
tried.
next
I
week.
tried so hard,
No,
but like,
That's okay. We can just do it next
it's
week.
great
But-
because it means we've already
That works.
watched
I
it.
haven't seen it.
I've only
Yeah.
got one.
Well,
Okay.
the second one though, also, I think the thing that kept me
I'll
going
do a
in
little
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It was called
Yeah.
the deflower half hour. Lindsay,
Great
Ewan's date, announces to everyone that she wants to lose her virginity to Ewan when she turns 18 at midnight. Upon hearing this, the gang have flashbacks to their first times.
Yeah, so what the fuck?
Ugh.
So this is like one of my
No one in there just went like, "Get the child out of the house."
So this is like one of my favorite
Yeah,
sitcom
dude.
structures as well. Like when you know the characters well enough to like flash
Get
back
the
to
fuck
them.
out of
Yeah,
here.
I like the
Help the
format.
child! Help her!
So like
Who can we just say was a honey?
Oh no, we can't.
she's 17, Rose.
You know the actor is like 27.
Yeah, she's like,
Can I?
She
just
was
wanna-
actually 12.
Can I jump in real quick? I haven't seen the end of the episode, so can we do something with me not knowing whether or not she fuck? I don't know if she fucks
Well, do you
Ewan.
wanna
I would
guess
like
what
you
happens?
to predict what happens.
I
Yeah.
think Ewan doesn't. I think Ewan decides not to.
Yep, and then
That's
what?
correct. What happens after that?
Oh,
Think obvious.
Yeah.
just
Joe fucks her. Chow
Yeah,
fucks
yeah.
her.
but
oh,
he
well,
doesn't though.
yeah, he
She's
doesn't,
like,
'cause-
I don't want to fuck you either, and
Yeah.
Ewan's like, oh okay.
And he's
then-
like, because it's you're Asian, and then it's like,
no, but then she's like, I want to fuck him, and he's like, yeah, and they go to do it, and then they get to the front door, and there's a cop there, and he's like, this little filly is 18 and she's mine, and
Yeah.
she was like, hey daddy,
Yeah.
and the cop punches him.
Now, also, I just want to be completely clear on this because my dad told me this in, for some reason, way too much detail when I was a teenager.
This is gonna
He's
be
He's
very
a high school teacher, keep in mind.
Okay.
He
This is
explained
gonna
to
be
me
very
that
upsetting.
It was because I think the context was that he kept being like, stop trying to, like to students in my class, being like, stop trying to add me on Facebook. It's like bordering on again. I went to an all boys school as well. And it's like, it's borderline against the law to do that because like if like something were to happen, you were to, you know, whatever, then like that can be because we have he's like grooming's illegal is the point I'm trying to make. Grooming is a named crime. Like grooming's not just an extension of pedophilia or whatever. Grooming is in of itself against the law.
Yeah.
You can't have a 17-year-old
You can't.
in your apartment and go 24 minutes, boys. Like that's grooming.
At that point, you've already done the crime.
Yeah, well,
sort of.
it's I have a fear of grooming.
Oh no, that's too dark for the podcast. Never mind.
No, it's fine.
Oh, I don't know.
We've gone into Hastings' mental health.
Yeah.
pretty
yeah,
hard.
and it was a mistake every time. So
There have been episodes of this with the Lifeline number at the start.
Yeah, no, I had an ex that was sort of he was an actor and he would do like incursions at schools and stuff, and then
Yeah.
he started like adding the girls that he met there on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh, no.
And then he got like fired because he was being real pedophile-y, and I was like, oh, that's cool because I look really young. Like,
Oh,
no.
yeah, I was like, oh,
you're,
yes,
you're like a loophole.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
rough.
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I work with like 17-year-old, like I have 17-year-olds at the place I work.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the countdown?
Yeah. And yeah, there's been a few times where it's just been like, hey, just so everyone, my hands are up here.
Like a Santa photographer.
Like
Yeah.
17, like there's no 16-year-olds. The youngest they go is like 17, and like I could never no resident that's so strictly that would be such
Where do
a
you
violation.
work?
I can't say the name of the company, but it's like just student accommodation.
Oh.
Yeah, I work like on a student accommodation
Yeah,
for
okay.
residents. Yeah. But it's like what happens sometimes is like the 18-year-olds will like they'll just be like flirty or whatever, and I'd be like I'm married.
I really want to, but the company says I can't.
It's so easy for it to look bad. But
Yeah,
that's the reason.
The other point is 17-year-olds look like 12-year-olds. Like it's
it's upsetting.
absolutely uncool.
They really do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
This episode I had to rewind because of
it was so good.
Right.
Had to get me some more.
One more time.
It's like-
You hadn't come yet.
Yeah. It took me. Yeah, I was doing my Snyder Cut bust material.
Well, you busted over
No,
4 times.
Yeah. Because I was watching and like I was saying like this episode I really dislike because it does take one of my favorite kind of sitcom things.
Yeah, I love the
where
format.
you first mess with it and show flashbacks and look, he's a bloody nerd in this, you know. And they made it so insidious with this plotline that didn't need to exist. Like you could sit around drinking and just be like, "Hey, well, how we all lose our virginities."
Yeah.
So like,
The actual conceit is so
So
not.
Yeah,
nerd.
let's talk to a child about it.
Yeah, well, so that's-
like it's such an easy premise to get to without that.
Yeah.
Without
Yeah.
the kid.
So,
Yeah.
well, so that's what happened. So like I saw it and they were like, because I was doing something simultaneously, so I couldn't like quite hear it. So the first time I was like, wait, is it? This is a joke, right? Like she's not actually 17 and he's not actually counting down. So and he is. But the thing that got me most is because like they've done so much work to make Ewan a nicer guy in season 2, and they kind of go right back in this and fuck him up. But everyone's so cool with it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a few people are like, "Hey, it's a bit weird," but no one's like, "We should like report you to the police." Like
At
he's
the very
supposed to
least,
be-
like Liz and Status should be up.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you were Liz, wouldn't you be like, anyway, come with me, child?
Yeah.
We
But I
need
get-
to leave.
because
I
they're
guess,
supposed
like,
to be
in the second
26.
season-
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Even
but I
if-
guess in the second season they've kind of made Liz a shitty person as well.
yeah, kind of.
Let's concede for a second that all of like his dipshit friends are cool with him being basically a statutory rapist. Like
Yes,
let's say
okay.
they're all cool with that for a second.
Okay.
Even just on like an accomplice level, it's like if I'm one of those guys, it's like get her the fuck out of the house. If
Yeah.
you can do that,
Well,
just
that's
do it
also
somewhere
like
else.
if you're a
Yep.
'cause Status Quo is supposed to be like a Grammy-winning rapper. Like you don't need like fucking the paparazzi being like, "Yeah, his best mate's fucking a kid."
Can we talk
And
about
he's just there, and his reaction to it isn't like, "That's gross." It's like, "I remember when I first fucked."
Status Quo
Can
is
we talk
based
about
on R.
status?
Kelly
Like,
apparently.
Everyone
Yeah.
sees this beautiful 17-year-old, and it's like, "I remember when I lost it." Like,
Can we talk about Status's flashback? Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did see that one.
properly, like he's just white,
yeah,
just
He's
made him
white,
white,
yeah.
like-
He is just.
which
love
is
it.
him in the whole show.
It was so.
it would have been
odd.
funnier if they actually used a white actor.
He
Yeah.
fakes liking hip hop his entire career. His entire career is based on him faking. He's a hip hop musician. It's his job
Yeah.
in the show. His entire career is just as like it's just for the pussy, brother.
get
Oh
pussy,
yeah,
yeah.
Demi. Like that's the thing. Like, how much do you know about? I was gonna. Well, because I was gonna ask. Like, did you posit that Status Quo is like a huge superstar rapper in this? Because he's not in the
It
first
doesn't
episode.
come up
I-
Yeah,
very
he wasn't in
much.
the first one we watched.
When I saw that there was a black person in their house, I was like, yes, their rapper friend, because it's the early 2000s.
Yeah, you know.
But he's meant to be like
Yeah.
huge.
One of the
Yeah.
gang is an internationally famous rapper, and it comes up once every 3 episodes.
And he's hanging out with these dipshits
Yeah.
in their apartment and a
Yeah.
17-year-old.
It would be like if Joey was Marlon Brando.
That's not bad, actually.
pretty much, yeah. That was weird.
I was gonna, because I forgot completely. The Status Quo just isn't in the first episode.
There are
again,
plenty of
because
episodes
they
that
keep,
he's just not in.
Keep forgetting how to use him. So for someone coming in and for him to just basically be like, "Yeah, I'm white," like you'd be like, "Well, fucking, I don't know, man." Like,
I know we've done How Did You Lose Your Virginity 45 times on this podcast,
Yep.
so let's not. But it is interesting that and based on the having
After I watched No Country for Old Men.
Is that for real?
Perfect example. This is such a perfect example of what I was going to say. It's such a common premise in movies and stuff to be like, how'd you lose it, dude? It's like, I'm trying to lose it. It's like, almost every virginity story I've ever heard is so boring.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's like, I was 16 and it was with my girlfriend.
Yeah, and
I
it
was
was like-
16
And
and
the,
it was with my
and the ones that you
boyfriend.
hear that aren't boring are like, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really taking an Oscar. I hope you're talking to someone about that.
yeah, there was this girl. She was 17, and me and my friends were trying to pass the time. So we all talked about how we fucked for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, brutal.
Yeah, man. That's
Did
tough.
this episode have any funny stuff in it though?
This one actually had the most amount of things that I was like, and then they're going to say this, and they said something worse.
Yeah.
like
that's-
less funny
that's
than
quite
what I was.
common in this
Yeah.
I think it's because like this show was trying to be like the edgy sitcom show. Like that's like a stated conceit from like
That was
the
pretty
actors.
much it. It's just
Yeah.
like this is a prime
It's
time
like-
sitcom, but we're
It's
gonna be
American Pie, but
adults.
it's
But with cocks.
But we can't say the words fully, but it's still the American Pie, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like their second draft of every joke isn't how do I make it funnier. Their second draft is like how do I make it raunchier.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's every time it's gonna be like
It's just, it's not.
every joke is just like, they went with that one, huh?
Yeah, I think the only actual funny thing was that I laughed at in the whole thing was how's those penises.
I think it's like
Yeah,
kind of
all
like
downhill from there.
cosmically funny that this exists in a world where so much evil happens. Like this. Do you know what I mean?
No,
No.
not at all.
Like over 20 however many episodes, the show would have cost like several $1 million.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know, so people are dying and stuff.
People are
So it's
dying,
like
yeah.
cosmically funny.
Yeah, yes, yeah, I get that. I was on a show once that they spent several $1 million each episode, and I threatened to quit every week. and most of it was just because I would go into the producers and I'd be like, I do not want to do this very sexist sketch that Glenn Robbins wrote.
All right,
and he'd
well,
be
we
like,
were all dancing around which show it was.
what? No, oh yeah. It's but nobody watched it, so like, how could anybody know?
I
It's
actually
alright, no
don't
one
know.
listens to this either. So
I actually,
Yeah.
I actually don't know what show
It
we're
doesn't
talking
matter. It
about.
was
I
on-
didn't watch it.
No, nobody watched it. It was a really bad show. But
well,
one
I
day,
didn't
I mean, I
have
knew
the
that.
network that it was on.
still, and but one day I got to sit on a horse for a full day.
That's fun.
But like every day I would go in and like dress up as one of the little boys from Game of Thrones.
I
and
could
sit
see
on
you in a
horse.
pair of jodhpurs.
Yeah,
Oh,
there was a lot.
baby.
No, there was a lot of jodhpur work, dude. I was always either a little boy or an old lady. It was like there was no in between. and like every day I would go in and be like, they're paying me so much money to dress like a little boy. I threatened to quit every week, and I went into the producers one day and was like, all I said was, there are people dying. He was like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? And I
Yeah.
was like, that's all I wanted to say. And just left the office.
Wow, way to tell truth to power, Debbie. Guys.
Guys, there's bad shit happening, and I'm not saying stop paying me. I'm just saying I
Yeah.
don't feel good.
You should feel your contractual obligations to me. But
Yeah. It's, yeah.
Ah,
Can you
man,
think of-
whatever, who gives a shit?
Can you think of versions of this
We're all
flashback
dying.
format that you like?
Yeah, I mean, every sitcom kind of has something like this. I feel like Friends has kind of done that well a few times successfully.
I think-
Simpsons.
I feel like maybe the
Yeah.
best version of it is the South Park one, where they reimagine everything, but then it all ends nicely and they get ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the best one. It's the Clerks cartoon.
Oh, the Clerks one's
I
great,
haven't
which the
seen
whole
it.
second
It's the
episode
second
is
episode.
flashbacks to the first episode.
Oh, that's
and
fucking awesome.
and made up flashbacks that don't exist.
That's I was going to say that I thought
that
'cause I
involve
had,
what? Karima? No, Charles Barkley.
yeah.
Were you about to say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Basketball players.
Ah,
And
I don't know
writer.
anything about this show. I remember him from Airplane.
Yeah.
What if we did a flashback of all of like the first time we all told a time we lost our virginity story on a podcast?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
I remember the first time I told a story.
Told the story about losing my virginity on a podcast.
It was on The Loose Five with Marcel and that other guy.
Marcel Blanche de Wilt and
Who was the other guy?
do
I was
not
on-
remember.
Do not remember.
I was
Some
on
Adelaide guy,
Film
right?
Feuds with Seizure Kaiser.
Good
We were
grief.
covering best British crime capers.
Oh my god.
What was the Codpast? What was the full
Oh, the
name of it?
nonchalant
The
comedy
nonchalant.
podcast with Ben Crushing.
Oh man, that's a bit of nostalgia for any real mug and kettle heads out there.
Yeah.
What-
That was
what-
you know, that was the first podcast.
yeah. The first and only, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was no B plot in this episode, was there?
No, it was just this.
No, it's a
whole
bottle
thing.
episode.
'Cause
They're
they're-
doing the
yeah.
countdown. What about
Yeah.
bottle
'Cause they're all
episodes?
there.
You know about bottle episodes?
I
Yeah.
mean, Friends also, the one where they're in the bedroom.
The
Yeah,
TV
and
show
the one
Friends.
where, and the one where
Wait, isn't there a B plot when they're in the bedroom?
There
there is. The one
Well, there's two, but it's like all
Yeah.
in. They're in the bedroom and then they're in the lounge room.
Yeah.
So
the
it's-
one
Yeah.
where no one's ready in Friends, where
There
Joey
is a
puts on
B-plot.
all
The
of
B-plot's the
Chandler's
clothes.
clothes, but it never leaves Monica's
Yeah,
lounge
yeah,
room.
but that's
Yeah.
so they do a B plot in the same room.
yeah.
The-
Breaking
The
Bad.
A-plot is
Breaking Bad. was
Rachel
pretty
not being
good
ready.
with
Oh
double
man,
episodes.
people who don't like the Fly episode of Breaking Bad can honestly suck
The
my
Fly-
clunge.
the Fly episode
Oh my
rocks.
god, you went with Dick and I said clunge and I felt so gross. Oh my god.
Ah, they can suck my
That
crunch too.
honestly it fucking like I don't.
That
It's
episode
so,
rocks.
it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
What?
When he's going to bed
what
that night,
what
and
is
it's,
it?
oh my god.
What is-
Fucking awesome.
What is it? I haven't seen it.
If you've
It's
not
a
seen
bottle episode
Breaking
of
Bad
Breaking
at
Bad.
I've seen
all,
like 8 episodes of it.
it's like so.
I also know how it ends.
He's
so,
in this giant, like, the
Halfway
giant
through.
meth lab that he is employed to, like, be in. And
They're kind of
making
working in a
millions of
commercial meth lab for
Yeah.
a while.
I read about that.
Yeah, it's very
the chicken
cool.
The
shop
super
or
lab.
whatever.
Yeah, it's under a dry cleaners.
But it's like he's like
Bit of
it's
chicken
kind of said that like he has insomnia and he like hasn't really slept all that much the night before, and he gets up and then for some reason there like heaps of shit's going on, so he's just having kind of a mental break, and there's one single fly in the meth lab.
Yeah,
and
they kind
it's
of
a huge
foreshadow
meth
that his
lab.
brain might not be
Yeah,
quite
that he's
right
he's
at the
going
moment.
kind of nuts, and he's like going to insane efforts to kill just this one fly,
Yeah.
and then like Jesse gets there and like he's like pressurized the whole room, so like their ears are popping and stuff, and he's like, I need to get rid of this fucking fly, and
Might
like
mess with the
is
purity.
going nuts about it, and then in
So the whole episode of trying to kill a fly.
How late into the show is that?
Season 3.
It's like halfway
Yeah.
through-ish,
Yeah.
probably.
it's
that's
that would be
Yeah.
because season 5 was like extra long as well, so season
Yeah.
3 would be like
I never finished Breaking Bad. I should
Oh,
go
you
back and
should.
do that. I loved
I've
it.
watched
I
it.
just sort of fell off. Like,
So, I think it's all on
Honestly-
Stan now.
The last 3
Yeah.
episodes of Breaking Bad are incredible.
They really are. Honestly, though, like I was never like the like huge. I think it's an amazing show. I think it's probably one of the best shows ever made.
Sure.
I wasn't obsessed with it. I was just like,
Yeah.
it's really fucking good. And
It's
I've
tight.
watched it through the whole way 5 times.
fuck yeah, that's tight.
I don't even care that much about it, but I'm like, it's so fucking good.
Cranston's so good.
It also does still take like, I reckon like most of season 2 to really get really
I think
good.
so,
I
yeah.
enjoyed season 1.
Yeah, season 1's fine,
Yeah.
but like you can
Well,
see it's a good show.
I
You
don't
just
know.
want him to go. You just want him to just turn.
That was my
Yeah.
problem with it. Was I watched it like immediately after I finished watching The Wire, and I'm absolutely that huge Wire snob wanker.
Man,
so
I
I was just
really
like,
They're
need to
not-
watch
it's
The
not as
Wire.
good.
They're nothing like even. They're,
I
they're
watch
They're
The
too
Wire.
different.
Tom said I have to watch The Wire. I really want to watch it.
you should. It's very good.
All right.
Man, your boyfriend telling you to watch The Wire. That's so fun.
Hey, sometimes
episode,
your
yeah,
girlfriend
yeah.
can tell you that also.
It's like, hey, no one can really escape that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Tom's just like, damn it, you know what's really cool? The Sopranos.
I would never watch The Sopranos. Tom won't play horror games with me.
Oh, that's a bummer.
What
a
horror
pussy.
games are we talking about?
Like Outlast and stuff. He gets spooked.
Outlast looks fun.
What's
Outlast
one that I know?
2
Silent
was not
Hill.
good.
Was that one?
Silent Hill's great.
Silent Hill is fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame that the Norman Reedus one never got made.
I've smashed through
Was it
all
meant
of
to be a Norman
Wolfenstein
Reedus?
1.
Yeah,
the last
well,
few
it was meant to
days.
be Hideo Kojima from Metal Gear Solid and
Oh.
Guillermo del Toro doing a Silent Hill game.
Fuck! Do you know Norman Reedus' son's name is Mingus?
Yeah.
His name is Mingus Reedus. Mingus Reedus.
Mingus Reedus!
I mean, if your last
that's
name
like-
is Reedus.
Yeah, you can't call your kid Mingus!
That's like up there with Audio Science Clayton. It's real
What
weird.
is that?
Do you know what's she in? Have you seen the movie A Knight's Tale?
Oh, yeah, baby.
The like female lead in that, like her kid's name is Audio Science,
Fuck
and their
off.
surname is Clayton.
That's so funny.
That
What's
yeah.
that stupid rich cunt Elon Musk? Is
Oh,
his
it's like
kid's
A
name?
whatever.
A
Yeah.
blim
How
blim
it's
blim.
pronounced.
It's like Ash Pierce or something.
Yeah, it's Ash Pierce Musk.
Ash Pierce Musk.
Yeah, which if your last name's Musk. Maybe your
Yeah.
first kid up for a cent.
Yeah. Stupid. That
Yeah,
cunt.
You could call the kid Stick, so when it's written down like surname, comma, surname, it would say Musk Stick.
Do you want
Oh, that's nice. I like musk
Bit
sticks.
of, bit of nostalgia. I reckon they're actually all right.
I reckon they're alright. They're just like yucky powder in your mouth, and you're like yum 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 yum.
Yeah.
I'm in a tent on river camp.
It tastes like ration lollies.
Oh, it does.
Doesn't
It tastes
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like MRE lollies. Yeah.
Why is the blitz happening?
Oh no! It's because I ate my Blitz lolly.
Brooklyn
Cause and
Nine-Nine
effect.
has another good bottle episode.
So does Community.
Oh, what's the
I
community
was
one?
going to
The
bring
one
up
with
the
the pen.
community one because the
Oh,
one with the
yeah.
pen, someone steals Annie's pen. But that was the first time I'd ever seen bottle episode with flashbacks that are made up.
Yeah.
That's the first time it-
flashbacks. The
How
fake
early
flashbacks
into the
is
show
great.
is that one? I don't remember
That's
that.
season
Pretty-
2.
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
like they're doing
what's
it
that?
now,
like-
like we're doing a flashback
I think like
episode
that one
thing,
was
but
like
with
part
fake
of like
flashbacks.
when Community's run just got like legendarily good. For
Yeah.
a bit.
I would have
that
seen
was
that.
probably
That was
Before
so
Dan
great.
Harmon
And then they
tanked it.
drop.
Man,
Well, no,
Community
didn't they
rocks.
drop him and then it tanked?
Yeah, but only because like he was kind of fucking
Wasn't
causing
that-
a bunch of problems.
Dan
Yeah.
Harmon revisionist history.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But that
fucking
was
know.
what I heard at the time. But then apparently he was a dog as well, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he like apologized so well that like people were like championing him It
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is how you
That-
apologize.
which is
Like,
so
he still
bullshit.
did
He
something
still
bad.
did this stuff. He still did it.
Yeah.
Do you know who rocks at apologizing? Andrew Hastings. I can't wait for my shot to improve on Dan Harmon's
Yeah.
apology.
Oh,
It's like,
man.
no, cut, just don't do it in the first place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just don't be this way, please. Like to say that to a lot of comedians, especially in Melbourne. Anyway,
I was so relieved you said especially in Melbourne, not especially Hastings.
Leave it
No.
up to you to be like, she's going to say me.
There's a couple of people that I believe are uncancelable for various reasons. I don't think you could be cancelled because you're a grub anyway. And then the only other person is like Luke Heggie.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
he just thinks the word poof is funny, and I'm like, it is.
Yeah, it is funny.
So
It's actually funny.
no one will ever cancel you.
It's
Oh,
so
man.
funny for like someone like a quippers to be like, damn, you got me.
Yes, I'm like, man, I guess I am one. It's
Look,
pretty funny.
I think it's quite funny to call myself a tranny, and I've been doing that on stage a lot lately,
Mm-hmm.
and people just laugh, and I'm like, I'm cool for you to laugh because I think it's funny, but like
You better not
you
say
probably
it.
shouldn't.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be
go-
laughing.
But you
but-
said it.
yeah, I know.
Or you got to examine why you're laughing at it. So,
Yeah, interrogate that, audience.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should yell at them.
I saw someone tweet the other day. It was like, why can't people just tweet, I'm sorry, like, this joke was racist. I made it because I was trying to be funny and I didn't interrogate. And it was like a good, very short, succinct apology. But it was like, I failed to interrogate that racism within me or whatever. And I was like, you're absolutely right. But also, no one's writing like that.
No.
No one's writing like that. That's
It's
an
like
insane
a-
way to talk.
It's not writing like lol soz.
Yeah.
If I ever cancel, I'm just going to be just like, oh, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's no reservations in my bad.
Well, it's like that-
just one whoops.
It's like the fucking transcript that was like, this is what you say. You'd be like, hey, are you in a mental state where I can give you some advice?
Oh,
Like,
that one. That was psychotic.
ugh, come on.
To see that
was-
floating around when I've had to to actually have to a few of my friends like, hey, just can you do me a favor in future? If you're going to start talking to me about something, just put it in the first message because it does
Yes.
fuck me up and like it's
Yeah.
like, I had an old friend and this was oh god it was a nightmare. I'm so glad I'm not friends with her anymore. She used to start conversations by text with just so. And it's like, oh, cool, I'm just having a panic attack now. I'm just having one. Like,
I have
Oh,
friends like
man.
that who will just like text me like hello and then full stop, and I'm like,
Oh.
no,
No,
Like,
no,
that's
no,
not
no,
how
no.
you talk to
Yeah.
me in person.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, hey Rosie, like,
I'll be like, when I get that text, I'm like, they know. And then another part of me like, you didn't do anything. And another part of me like, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, they still know.
Or some-
No, dude.
so, it's also the full stop, but sometimes it's just Rose. I'm like, oh, what have I done wrong?
Absolutely.
And then it's like,
Hi
would you like to
there.
come to the park with me and the dogs? Well, obviously yes, but don't start like that.
Yeah, I think it should just be like, all right, cunt, and then you know that you're like not in trouble.
Yeah,
if it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
friend.
Yeah, yeah.
and-
Or yo.
Yeah.
I'm always
Yeah.
fine with a yo.
Yo.
Yeah.
Jamie, what's your?
I can do hello,
You're pretty
but
well
it's got an
adjusted. How do
exclamation
you?
mark.
Yeah.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
What do I like?
No, yeah. Like, do you? You're seem to be the most well adjusted at the table. Do you?
How dare you? Can't
do
believe
you?
this.
Do you like freak out when I'm like if I text you like, hey Jamie, do you freak out at all? You're just like, oh, it's Hastings.
Yeah, he's like, oh god, now I gotta
Yeah,
talk
do
to
you
fucking
respond-
Hastings.
He's probably going to talk about being in a bad place, and I'm going to have to pretend like I give a shit. Nah, if you said to me, hey, Jamie, I'd assume you were after a favor.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fair point.
Because
You
every
know
time
what?
you
I would be.
I'd basically
I don't
text...
message you for anything else.
See, I'd basically text... If Rose said, hey, Jamie, I'd be like, she might be in trouble,
Yeah.
wants to get a beer.
Because I think I would normally go, hey dude, or something
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. If other people say... Yeah, it would be context dependent.
Yeah.
Like, it's usually, like, the only time I would say that, like, I'd be like, what do we have here, is when it would be, like, someone I'm not in regular contact with.
Yeah.
And if they start with, hey, Jamie, I'd be like, what's the...
Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
been?
Yeah.
Who's been cancelled? Roy?
That reeks of I need a favor, though.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, Demi.
Well, there's a lot
I
of,
love
like,
us.
running,
Yeah.
like...
So I'll do what everyone does, is just like say Demi, but put letters that aren't supposed to be in there.
Dengue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I think no. I forgot what I was
Also,
going
like,
to
most
say.
of the time it's just people asking for spots, but, like, trying to...
That's
true.
But, like, trying to do it in a way that seems like we've been friends for a long time.
Hey man, how are you?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they care.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Or, like,
So you got to
sometimes...
send that 3 days before
Yeah.
you're asking for the spot.
Oh, that's a good point.
Have you
Actually.
heard the thing where it's
You
like
need
it's,
to make contact before you need the spot, and then
Yeah.
when you need to
Oh,
ask for
Oh,
it.
that's the
I-
case.
But then you'd be like, yeah, I'm good. What's up? And he'd be like, just wanted to chat.
I
We could catch up.
Have you seen the thing where it's like one of the ways to like trick people into liking you or favoring you or whatever is you think that like naturally you assume like to get someone on to do something you want, you do them a favor.
Yeah, but it's
apparently
the other way
It
around.
goes the other way around. If you get someone to do you a favor, they feel a bond because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm their little helper buddy.
Yeah, I guess
So
it like
it's
builds
whatever.
trust or
So,
whatever.
anyway, I
It's because
think-
people resent being owed something
Yeah.
more than they do.
I think that's why me and
something.
Jamie are friends. I have no qualms asking for things. You know, it's like at this point he's just like, well, this guy can't take care of himself. He's a sick child of my species.
Yeah.
So I've
you
kinda
do
just
look
gotta-
Dickensian too.
Yeah.
You would,
Yeah, also
Yeah.
because it's like genuine. Like I would believe that like if I didn't, you'd be like, ah, fuck, I'm just not gonna do it then. Like,
Imagine Hastings in a barrel with
Like
suspenders
one of those,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't it look good? Don't you like it? It's good,
Yeah,
isn't
It
it?
is good.
It's nice.
It's better
Oh,
than
man.
what
It's
we have now.
better. It's,
Yeah.
it's way better.
I want my pajamas right now.
It's
Are
all
they
a
your
progression.
pajamas? They just
I
look like
changed-
all your clothes.
I changed t-shirt because I'd sweat a little bit.
Just-
Yeah, I'm just wearing tracksuit pants and
We're wearing
a
the same
t-shirt.
trackies.
Yeah, we are too. That's true. Matchies.
Yeah, it's
There you
cute.
go.
should we?
Should we go? Should we open the writers' room?
Yeah, should we get into it?
All right.
Well, I know what I'm pitching.
Okay, so
Oh no, I
well,
didn't
we
know
should
this was
ex-
part of it.
Ah,
We
don't
should
worry.
explain to
All
Demi.
All right.
Every week we've been thinking about like how we'd make this better. So we open up a little writer's room and we try and rewrite either the episodes or the characters. So some of the changes we've had is status quo, gay man.
Yes.
Mike and Liz have broken up.
They're broken up here now as well.
The whole
but
first season.
Oh,
they
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
first season. they're together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were calling for their breakup. The people
Mike-
were begging for it.
Mike is the one who isn't English and isn't Chow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
shipwreck.
Finch,
Great.
shipwreck.
Shipwreck.
Chow is.
Oh, yeah.
Mike is also a
A
Muslim.
Because it's post 9/11.
Yeah,
Oh.
but like an Arabic Muslim. So it probably has a different name.
Yeah.
And Ewan is British Jew, I believe.
Yes, he's a British Jew.
And
Chow is
having sex with Liz casually.
and also
also is kind of
Korean
more-
instead of Vietnamese
Yeah.
because he's actually Korean.
And he's more.
And they
of-
made him Vietnamese in.
Yeah.
The show
Yeah.
for some reason. John Cho is Korean, but he's Vietnamese in the show for some reason.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a not racist way to word this. It's tough.
No, if you're gonna nail it.
Uh-huh.
All right. If I were to cast a Vietnamese person by a race other than Vietnamese, Korean is not the race I would choose.
what
All
is-
right, and now we'll just sail past that and move on to the next point.
Hastings
I'm
coming
saying,
through.
I'm saying they don't look the same.
I mean, no.
But what you are
You
saying
know
is
the
that,
point I'm trying to make. You do know the point I'm trying to make.
but
Yes.
you are saying that some of them do look the same.
So-
That's not what I'm saying.
I
I
feel like
cannot
maybe
tell.
it
I
is.
cannot tell white men apart. You guys have distinctive things about you.
You're a
like that-
white man. What do you?
I look in the mirror when
You
Tom's.
look like me, Demi.
I look in the mirror when Tom's standing near me, and I'm just like pecking it, trying to get through to the two men in the house. But like, I just don't know who anybody is. The amount of times that I've
fair enough.
like Tom's trying to explain an actor to me, and he's like, "There's literally no
Yeah.
way to tell you who this person is because they're white and they're a man."
I knew a girl who until I explained it to her condescendingly talking about a movie podcast who thought that no, not really. I knew a girl who until recently thought that Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio were the same person.
I could see.
I
people
would
saying
believe
that.
it if I didn't.
They're not even the same type of hot.
They're
They
not.
cast identical twins in that Quentin Tarantino movie.
There's because Leonardo DiCaprio is like sneaky hot.
Yeah, I think he's like kind of like he's kind of
Sneaky.
a softer, smaller hot. He's like
Yeah.
small.
Well, he was the
He's like a-
boyish hot, but way back when.
He's like if a
Yeah.
rat was hot.
He's like if a rat was hot. I'm just gonna agree, so we don't have to talk about it.
Maybe I never did anything to you.
It was pretty good in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
I'm gonna leave that.
Just the rest of
Oh,
the
you didn't think
podcast.
so?
You guys saying statements and be like, I'll leave it.
Yep, I'll leave
the
it.
thing is, to use one of your turns of phrase, but like, you know, what has Hastings done for Demi lately?
What as? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm not much of a favor giver.
I can't think of a favor that I would even trust you with. What could you put? Maybe look after my cat.
No,
He's-
I
he's
gave
just
Tom
always-
weed cookies once.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
No, you gave me weed cookies. I bought the weed.
All right. Well, I know no money was changed hands.
You're dead. You're
I
fucking
think you're right. I
dead.
think Tom hit me up and I gave them to you. I think
Yeah.
you are right. Yeah.
No,
So
I
have done you a
I
favour.
hit you up and
Yeah.
you gave them to me, and Tom wasn't involved, and you were revisionist history because you don't want to be seen talking to a woman.
Oh, it's only because I hate them.
I get it, man. Man, the other night I did this this streamed set thing,
Yeah.
and immediately
that
after I
going
got
around.
off stage, my ex-girlfriend sent me a message on Instagram and said that was okay.
Damn.
Oh boy!
I've told this on the podcast, but I'll retell very quickly. My ex-girl, like my first girl, I lost my virginity. My first, I used to live with her. We did my first.
And what was that
girl-
like? How did that happen?
My first love
It
came
was
back to
20 minutes to midnight.
not long before COVID shut everything back down. My first.
Oh,
love,
that's when he lost his virginity. That's crazy.
Oh.
Because that was only like the start of this
Danny,
year.
I fuck heaps. There's one thing about Andrew Hayes.
Oh boy.
No, it's my ex came to Cactus Juice and saw me do an open mic spot. I haven't seen her in years and stuff.
Oh, boy.
And like it was
lives
like
in another country.
I bombed so hard. I was so nervous. It
That's
was
fucking
awful.
awesome.
Yeah,
I love
so that sucks. I'm sorry, dude.
Exes watching you do comedy, I'd rather kill myself.
yeah. Yeah.
We had a long discussion about which exes you'd be okay with.
Oh, yeah,
sending
we
you
did
on the
do
pod.
that.
Yeah. In the wake of that, I believe. Anyway, did anyone have any writers' room ideas?
I
for
think
this?
Hastings said he had a
I
pitch.
did, absolutely.
Yeah.
Eugene Levy, full-time cast member.
Oh, yeah.
No
Oh
brainer.
yeah, that we should do. Well, because we've already added.
Yeah.
We've
Bang
already
the
added.
gavel, he's in.
Done.
We've already added
Take the day
Jordan. We've added Jordan as a full-time cast member.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's two women.
There's two women now.
Who's Jordan?
Oh, yeah.
It's Liz's.
It's a one-time
won't have seen-
character.
No, 2 times. She was in
Aw.
2 episodes.
She was a friend of Liz's. They got to
So
be
we
in
were
it
like,
for
she
2
should be in
It
episodes.
was
the
her
show.
roommate, apparently.
Yeah, they could be. I mean, women weren't allowed to be funny then anyway, and weren't allowed to be gross. So it's like, well, even if I wanted another woman in the show, she wouldn't be allowed to do anything. Anyway, no 17-year-olds is my pitch.
Yeah.
that's probably
Yeah,
good.
I mean, we could.
That episode could be
What,
so
what if,
easily
yeah, what if we?
fixed.
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Let's
just
let's
don't
let's
need
fix
it.
that episode then
Okay.
instead. So we take the 17-year-old out.
Yeah, so what if it's about like...
What's the reason that they all decide to sit there?
What
and
about
recount
like
their virginity
Ewan
loss
is a
stories?
premature ejaculator? And
Yeah.
so
They all sit there and talk about the time.
well,
they
like
premature
he's
ejaculated.
embarrassed because like the woman's like can't like she let's say like she runs it's 2002, so she runs some sort of sex blog, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's going to write an article about Ewan being a premature ejaculator and it being like being with someone for the first time, and he's raging against it, and it just leads the gang to talk about their
What if-
first time having sex.
What if it's just that she's a virgin and she's not 17?
That's true. You
Like,
could be
it
like
could-
27. And
Yeah,
be
and be like, anyway,
So
I've
you saying
never
she's maybe like
rooted.
8?
yeah. And we'll call the episode
So
the
how
40-year-old
recently did she
virgin.
turn 18?
It's all right. So it's 20 past midnight, and they've got 17 people in the apartment, so everybody has to tell their story, and it is taking such a long time. So by the time they're done, she's like 18 and 20 minutes, so it really doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ewan
That's
keeps
pretty
saying
solid,
barely
actually.
legal.
Yeah, man. I think.
I would have liked Status's story to be a little better in that as well.
Well, how would
Yeah.
you have had him lose his vaginos?
Who is
To a-
that again? Oh, right, yeah.
First off,
Yeah.
he's having like rough gay sex with his like
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Oh, of course,
Like,
yeah.
Because it should also be like the first
the
time.
entire plot of Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there maybe some 69ing happening?
Man, well, it should be like the story of how like he lost his virginity and realized he was a gay guy. Like,
So does he maybe lose his virginity to a woman and is like, I don't want this?
oh yeah, maybe that's good.
So is he gay in the show?
No,
No, but they kind of hint at, like,
Other characters like think he is sometimes.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
In a kind of a comedic early 2000s kind
Yeah.
of.
In kind of
Anytime
a,
you
That panicky type
in a
of
kind of
way.
very homophobic way.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
you
in
would
one
do.
of those.
anytime you do something that is a traditional woman's role, you're
Yeah.
a gay
Got-
man.
You're a gay
The
man.
the
Yes.
rampant homophobia in the next episode after this was
Woof.
you're
Oh,
glad
no.
you didn't watch
I
it.
can't
Yeah.
wait.
It was the best episode of the show.
I live for it, dude.
It's really
It's
not.
a real weird episode.
It's so
of the show.
bizarre. It's really
It's the
bizarre.
second last episode of the whole show.
Yeah, I know, and it
Yeah.
is a very deeply
maybe the one
strange
that got the
episode.
show cancelled finally.
There is
Really,
like a
mate.
decent line or two in that one though. I think.
Maybe, but it was just I was baffled watching it. Anyway,
Well, let's
that's for
talk
next
about
week's
it
It
next
is
episode.
very
week.
strange, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how did Charlie lose his virginity again? Did they ever get to that?
Yeah, that was the what
The
won
running
the
joke.
17-year-old over because he was.
Oh
he
yeah,
had
his
a-
was a
Romantic.
His was
a
nice.
real
Actually
nice
nice,
one.
It was like
yeah.
Yeah, I'd
romantic.
keep Charles the same then.
Yeah.
You can do that because it's unexpected that the eccentric weirdo will
Yeah.
have the nice one.
Mike's was that he got so drunk that he didn't have sex with a woman.
And then
That's-
his real virginity losing was to not even that, but I guess the whole thing was like, "Ugh, she's old.
She's
but
disgusting
like-
because she's 27.
yeah, and
Honestly,
she's on a
like
bus.
in keeping with the theme of the show, like you could probably keep that the
yeah,
same
I'd
too.
keep that
Yeah.
the same.
I think. Yeah.
What was Liz's one again?
The guy who busts in like 2 seconds who rides
keeps
motocross.
talking.
Oh
that,
right, yeah.
Bikes.
That was kind of
That should be
boring.
Andrew Hastings.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
am-
surprised he hasn't suggested it yet.
The
Andrew Hastings should be a character in this show.
I think that Hastings should have taken all the characters' virginities. I think that should have been there should have been
yeah.
one guy across this. I reckon they like the. They all like kind of like the Community where they realized they were all at the frozen yogurt shop on the same day before
Oh,
they
yeah, I
became
remember
friends.
that
It's kinda like their
episode.
origin story sort of thing.
Yeah.
So these group of friends' origin story is they in this retelling of how they all lost their virginities, they realize the common thread they have pre-friendship is they all lost their virginity to Andrew
To
Hastings.
Andrew Hastings, yeah. that
Yeah, I
makes sense
came in
to
sort
me.
of so like some like sort of like
Well, we
kind
forgot
of
to
like
warn you.
the spirit of God in Passover. Like I came into all their bedrooms in the one
Yeah.
night, and kind of they all.
Are you
had these
comparing yourself to
magical-
God?
a God who murders the firstborn children? Yeah.
What we forgot to tell you is that Hastings in the writers' room is a nepotism hire.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
see.
I'm the showrunner's nephew.
Is a constant nuisance.
This, yeah, you guys hear about Who Jackie?
No,
You guys know Who Jackie?
no,
You know Who Jackie?
no.
No?
You guys remember that show Roseanne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she just really quickly she hired her weed guy as a
Fuck
writer,
yeah.
and
I would love to get high.
he pitched an episode that was like, all right, so John Goodman walks in and sees Roseanne washing her asshole in the sink, and he's like, what the fuck
That's
are you
funny.
doing? But
Yeah.
it turns out that it's Roseanne's long lost twin sister. Boom. And they're
Oh,
like,
man.
Roseanne already has a sister. And he's like, what? And they're like, Jackie. And he goes, who Jackie? And then they're all like, they explain it to him very kindly because he's
Yeah.
just like a dead shit.
One
And
of
then
the main
he's like,
characters of the show.
yeah, and then he like thinks for a second and he's like, okay, Jackie dies. End of the episode, her ghost flies around the kitchen. Boom. And then like pitches his idea about the long lost sister washing her ass in the sink again.
Man, Roseanne rocks.
So good.
That's the kind of shit. That's the kind of energy I'm trying to bring.
Yeah.
Not far
I
off,
do
to
like
be honest.
that. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's close the writer's room.
Shall we?
Who Jackie?
Who Jackie?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
we
Thanks for
done?
coming on, Demi.
Thank you for having me.
Do you have
Wanna
anything you want to plug?
anything?
My podcast is called BigSoftTitty.png.
It's very good.
Thank you. It's very stupid.
Unlike this titan of
Unlike
intellect.
this beautiful piece of art. And I'm on Twitch and shit, just Demi Lardner, and all my other stuff is Demi Lardner. Woo.
Beautiful. Anyone else?
Hey, Stez.
I'm gigging. Come see me gig. I'm booking shit right now. Let's do it. I'm like feeling really positive and good about comedy. I'm like, feeling good. Let's do it. This is me in a good space.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah, dude. Also, it's not out now at time of recording, but I'm releasing a sketch on Twitch. Not Twitch, sorry, on Twitter tomorrow. So by the time it's out, go to my Twitter and watch a video I put out.
Cool.
Go do that. I made
Jamie?
a little sketch.
Yeah, no, I got nothing. I'm good.
Okay. I'm Rose Alice Piper on Twitter and Instagram. I have a gig coming up that I'm not allowed to. It's not announced yet, so I'm not allowed to say. But stay tuned. I'll do that when I'm allowed.
My Twitter's at Andrew Hastings, by the way.
There you go.
I should have said that when I was plugging that.
Follow the podcast where we ate it all podcast on Instagram, where we ate it all on Twitter. If you use Facebook, it's just we'll just tell your mother we ate it all. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, share, subscribe, all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
This is a crazy energy to end the episode on. What the fuck happened?
It's every time.
I don't know how to
It's our
explain
favorite
it.
part.
You ever get really
Oh my God.
sick of repeating all that
It's
shit?
fucking crazy. You need to like record a song or something. Get someone to like make a song that has all the info.
Improvise
in it.
a song
yeah.
right now.
Oh, improvise a song right
Yeah.
now. Tell your mother we ate it all. We've all got flappy pussies.
I like that.
None of
That's
us
going
do.
on.
And we
That's
ate
going
it all
on.
pod on Twitter.
That's going on the soundboard. I
All
think,
right,
with all the
great.
fucking pussies. We always
I
end
need
every
to fucking
episode.
get that clip so bad.
Yeah.
It just reminded me.
Yes.
There's a reason to listen back to this one.
Yeah. We end every episode by saying "to the next ep." It's a American Pie reference.
Yep. That is not.
What's the reference of?
They say
to the next step at the end of every
to the
movie.
next step. Oh yeah, they cheers it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So to the next step.
To the
To the
next
next
step.
step.
Here's Hastings.